Following an intense few weeks at work where I found myself getting bogged down by headline after headline, I decided to make some time for simple pleasures. These traditional British pastimes were just the thing. Here I am staying at a waterhouse in New Lanark, an old Victorian mill town situated on the banks of the River Clyde. My family gathered here from across the globe for a reunion, the perfect place for the first traditional pastime on our list. My brother is a keen mushroom enthusiast, so took us on a mushroom hunting tour by the riverside.
These are quite common, and these you will find year-round because they take years to grow off of the side of trees.
It still being early spring, we didn't expect to find very many, but the damp Scottish conditions were in our favour and we ended up discovering around 7 varieties. Though mushroom cultivation has been practiced since the Roman times, it wasn't until the Victorian era that popular interest in mushrooms was established in Britain. They became an iconic folklore symbol, depicted in fairy tales and illustrations by the likes of Beatrix Potter and Lewis Carroll. Nowadays, mushroom hunting is a mindful way to savour nature, whether through collecting and cooking safe varieties or simply stopping to identify and admire them.
This is mycelium. So mycelium is sort of like the brain of mushrooms.
If you want to try mushroom hunting yourself, I'd recommend taking a pocket mushroom identification guide and going for a walk in a shady wood. The most likely places to find them are on damp forest floors or on the sides and bases of trees.
Where I had sometimes played chess, and when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. The lights were dimmed as our eyes met, moves on me, and forevermore I like to share that vintage dream.
The next traditional British pastime is to visit a garden centre. This quintessentially British activity will take you through a hodgepodge of garden supplies from planters to cherubim fountains, an idyllic space to breathe in the scent of spring blooms and perhaps stop for an afternoon tea of scones and clotted cream. This particular garden centre is a very small one, but they have a very impressive indoor plant selection, something of a green paradise for weary city hearts. Of course, this inspired me to green up my own home. From planting vegetables for survival during World War II to therapeutic weeding to prize flower beds, gardening is a very popular British activity. I long to have a real garden of my own someday, but as I currently live in a Victorian tenement flat, I make do with tending to my pot plants and occasional windowsill herbs. What is more iconically British than a Victoria sponge cake? Light and fluffy and sandwiched with jam, the Victoria sandwich is the perfect centrepiece to any tea party. My grandma Snail taught me to bake this cake when I was about 8 years old. A fond memory of tipping the ingredients into the cake mixer with a view of my grandparents' wildflower garden out the kitchen window, bees buzzing to and fro. Though I suspect that the main appeal was being allowed to lick the bowl afterwards. As bad a rap as British food often gets, we definitely make up for it with delicious cakes and desserts. This cake in particular was said to be Queen Victoria's favourite and is normally dusted with icing sugar. For me though, it isn't the same without an icing glaze and multicoloured hundreds and thousands, just the way my grandma makes it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like it and subscribe for future content if you haven't already. But until next time, it was lovely to have you here.